behind the whole concept, besides this whole thing, is to help you guys become better people and have a more successful life. We want you guys to eat right, think right, and do right. And part of doing right is following those lessons that you've been taught early on in life, whether it's from your parents, whether from your mentors, advisors, your teachers, or whoever. So one of the things that we can't talk to you, we can't take this opportunity and not talk to you about relationships, because relationships is a part of everything that we do. And one of those relationships we talk about is the relationships you have in law enforcement, and the relationships you have within your power chapters as well. That being said, we want to make sure that you stay away from the dangers of drugs, alcohol, gangs. We want to make sure that you stay away from the dangers of substance abuse, whether it's or physical abuse, or dating relationship abuse, or whether it's any type of drug abuse. In order for you to do that, you have to stay focused on the prize. Kyle talked about that. What's important? What's important is becoming successful. Becoming successful means that you can reach back and grab somebody and pull them forward just as you are. I'm fortunate enough because that's my daughter there. She'll tell you, we come from a small town in New Jersey, right? Small town. I mean, you guys in LA, you guys like big time. This is like, LA is it. People want to get to LA. I come from a small town. So let me tell you what I've done from that small town. Small town. So I've been a guest at the White House. I've been on the Oprah Winfrey Show. I've met a lot of people. I've spoken in front of Congress. I've met the president. I've done all these things from a small town. Why? Because I chose to keep my nose clean. I chose to not get in trouble. I chose not to do drugs. And I chose not to allow someone else to influence me negatively. Nobody defines you but you. So we can't let this opportunity go without talking to you guys about doing the right thing. And obviously you are, because you're members of PAC. And the Police Athletic League, we're here to help you guys to do the right thing and be more successful. Because I'm going to tell you that some of you have been told already, or will be told, that you're not going to amount to anything. Some of you you're shaking your head, you've been told that before? Anybody else been told that? What? That you're not going to amount to anything, that you don't have a chance, that you're terrible, or that you're this or you're that. Because there are a lot of people out there who like negative. We're trying to tell you that those people don't define you. Those people don't define you, define you. If you allow other people to bring you down a path of destruction, then you're going to do that. A simple question. Who can name some of the drugs that's on the street today? Name one.
Marijuana.
Marijuana, what else?
Money. Cocaine.
Cocaine, what else? Meth, what else?
Heroin.
Heroin, what else?
Xanax.
What?
Xanax.
Xanax, which is Xanax, what else? Anybody? No? Who's the governor of the state of California?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Used to be. Who's the governor now? Who's the mayor of your town? Casey? Something, Eric Casey, you think? Gazy? Okay. Is she right? Okay. How come you know the names of drugs, but you don't know the names of people that you should know? And it's not for you to get in trouble, but it's because that's society, because that's what society talks about. It's not about you did anything wrong. I just want to tell you is where to get your mindset and where to put your mindset. Because it's easy. Is it easy to get drugs in your neighborhood?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Is it easy to buy guns? Yeah, absolutely. Is it easy to get in trouble?
Yes.
Absolutely. Too easy, right. So this is the opportunity and the time that you take to say, you know what, I'm setting the path for myself to make sure I don't get caught up in that. I asked one question, we named the hardest drugs out there right now. We didn't talk about it, we talked about the hardest drugs out there that not only are affecting people, but killing people. Killing them. The heroin epidemic in the United States is ridiculous. In a small town that I live in, remember I said it, not a city. Since Thanksgiving, they buried 6 kids under the age of 18 because of heroin overdose. 6. Because they allowed someone else to influence their thinking. Because if you haven't had it yet, you will be offered drugs by someone who's supposed to care for you. A friend, maybe even a relative. If you haven't had it, statistics tell me that 77% of you in this room will be offered drugs before you get to high school. Drugs or alcohol. Anybody ever been offered drugs or alcohol before? Absolutely. Raise your hand. Don't be ashamed. Exactly. Thank you for being honest. You can put them down. You know, alcohol is one of those things that are allowed into the family early in life, because what happens, we go to a wedding and at a reception they allow you, the parents will say, go ahead, you can drink that champagne. New Year's Eve they say you can have a sip of this or that. So you've been introduced by family members. And sometimes we think, well, they let me have a sip, it must be okay. It's not okay, because that's why they have an age for that. But you're going to be introduced to that by people who are supposed to care about you. So this is where you have to care about yourself and realize that a person that has offered you something, a person that has offered you something that can hurt you is not there looking after you. They're trying to bring you down to deal with the misery that they're dealing with. You ever hear that phrase, misery loves company? So what we want to do is, see, we've told you, or people have told you what to say no to. Say no to drugs, say no to alcohol, say no to everything under the sun. Say no to this, that, and the other. But we want to tell you what to say yes to. Like say yes to a positive education. Say yes to living right, eating right, putting things in your body that's going to make you healthy and make you smarter. Help your brain to think and be more aware of the surroundings. We want to make sure that you have a good education, a good platform that you can go on and be that successful person no matter what it is you want to do. What do you want to do, you think, when you grow up? Doctor. What kind? You know? Just a doctor. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. How about you? You don't know yet. What about you? Police? Cool. You? Doctor?
Police or military.
Police or military?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Just simply not be successful.
Just want to be successful. I don't know. Yes. Anyone? Yes. You don't know yet?
SWAT.
SWAT? Okay.
A writer.
A writer? Okay. You don't know yet? What about you?
Engineer.
Engineer. I like it. I like all of them. You don't know yet? How about you?
Veterinary.
Veterinarian. See? And you all can be. I was telling Marvin this morning that this is one of my life lessons. My daughter never heard this story, so she hear it first time. You see, in high school, I wanted to be a class clown. But I had a wake-up call. It's called a dad, who didn't play when he found out I wanted to be the class clown. But my guidance counselor told me, you'll never amount to anything more than pumping gas. So when I got my uniform, because I'm also a police officer, I didn't tell you guys that. When I got my uniform, when I went back to high school, I went right to my guidance counselor office and said, how you like me now? And I know what you drive, so be careful when you pull out. Because what I did was I took that negative and turned it into a positive and used it as fuel to make myself more successful. And each one of you can do that. Each one of you is going to do that because you're already thinking about what's next. And that's important. Don't let someone define you. When we start talking about, I have to talk to my young ladies right now. When you get that guy come through and say, girl, you know you're so fine. you know you my boo. You know I got you, right? Why don't you just come over here? When that dude start whispering that in your ear, you be like, yo, son, you wanna come by there? You need to be like, yo, back off. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. Because let's keep our eye on the prize, right? Let's not let them get the prize they want. We keep it real and power. We tell you like it is. Some guys out there for the wrong thing. Don't diminish your worth because of some guy. That guy doesn't define you. And the same thing with the guys. Don't put yourself in a position where you're going to find yourself in trouble. We start talking about drugs and alcohol and gangs and all that stuff. One of the things I want to tell you is an officer, for those of you who came with Officer Levere,
yes sir.
Levere will tell you that in law enforcement, if I go out right now and I can prove that everything that you own is yours, your phone, everything. But if I can prove you spent one illegal dollar to buy one thing, I can take everything you own. That's how the law works. If I can prove that you spent one illegal dollar to buy anything, if I can prove that, I can take all that you own. It's called RICO laws, federal laws for racketeering. And it's a law that was set up to help us fight crime. So, that being said, I ask people a lot of times about, who do you think, like, is your teacher corny? I just say, oh, my teacher's corny, my teacher's a whack, my teacher's this. But when they buy something, when they own something, it's theirs forever and nobody can take it from them. And the reason why is because they paid for it with legal money. So when we start talking about doing things that are illegal, when somebody says, hey, all I need you to do is stand on the corner if you see the police coming, you know, whistle, move your hat, drop your hand, raise this, whatever signal they want you to do, you're violating the law. You become a conspirator. You're helping them, and you could get arrested for that. So don't fall for that, even though it's fast money. What we want you to do is be able to become self-sustainable, make money that will allow you to grow and to get all the things you want in life and keep all those things that you want in life.